What we got here today is a pair of 42-inch Hampton Bay Grayton ceiling fans. Now these fans here aren't your ordinary Graytons. These fans here are a rare transitional model that they only offered in 2001. This was between the original SMC made Grayton and the updated Grayton 2. Definitely one of my favorite variations, and like I said, it was only made for a year, only in 2001, so they are fairly uncommon to find these days. As you can see, this is a matching pair with the exception of the globe on the far fan being not original. Blades are of course reversible from white to bleached oak. And I have the far fan on the bleached with the bleached oak side showing to show you what the two look like together. So, the same as before, we'll go ahead and start up the fan in the foreground here with the white blades first, and then we'll run the fan in the background with the bleached oak blades next. So, show you what the light looks like on. Yeah, the only thing that differentiates these from the original Grayton is the canopy design. The motor design has more rounded. The original Grayton was more squared off. And the vents were typical, straight vents. These are more swooped back, which are pretty cool on this fan here. Start on low. Now I'm not too sure exactly why this model was only offered for a year. My best guess was that Hampton Bay was probably switching OEMs from SMC to Aircool, I believe. Even though they seemed like they used SMC with the Landmark Plus all the way up until fairly recently, but who knows what how their relationships were with their OEMs. I definitely don't know, but it seems like they did switch OEMs from SMC possibly to Aircool or something else, King of Fans. I really don't know. This one seems like it's made by SMC, but then again it seems like it isn't, so I really don't know what the OEM is. It might be Aircool or King of Fans for this, in this case as well. And then they redesigned it to the more uglier Hampton Bay Grayton 2. And those lasted all the way until around the mid to late 2000s. Take it to medium. The speeds are about average for a 42-inch fan. Fans are fairly quiet. Bearings on these fans are still good. They have a bit of a motor hum to them, but it's to be expected as these were not really the most highest end Hampton Bay fan you can get back in 2001. These are definitely on the low end spectrum of their line. I would say I believe these things cost no more than $30 when they were new. But a wobble to it. Here's high. The wobble was far worse than it was before because the blades were drooped down quite a bit. These fans were installed in kids' bedrooms, so they've definitely got quite the beating. We're doing probably around 180, 190 RPM on high, somewhere in that range. Blade pitch, I would say maybe 10 or 11 degrees. I mean, that moves a decent amount of air for what it is. Not a bad performer. I'll watch this one coast, and we're going to start this one up. Yeah, the round globe on this fan is what came with it. The mushroom globe is original to the fan from the factory. I guess it broke. That happens. This fan here is on updraft. So we'll start it up on low. These fans are only available in white. You couldn't get them in any other finish. Even the original Grayton and even the Grayton 2, they're only in white. Take it up to medium. And here's high. This fan also wobbles due to the same reasons I mentioned before from their previous install. In a kid's bedroom. About the same speeds on updraft. Gonna throw the light back on this one. Turn this one's light on, and we're gonna start this one back up on high. These fans kind of wobble a little bit more now with the air cavitation coming into effect here. Take them back down to medium. And back down to low. And we're going to shut it off. Watch it coast. Yeah, I mentioned before that I'm not really too sure what the OEMs of these are. I mean, as you can clearly tell that the blades and blade irons are definitely SMC, so they might be a cross, extra parts that they're trying to use up for 2001, from SMC. The possibilities are endless unless we were legitimately there when these fans were made and we knew what went on, so we can speculate all we want to. I'm pretty sure you're probably wondering exactly, once again, why I have fans like this. And that these are also very important childhood fans of mine as well. We had one of these fans actually installed in my kitchen here in the house. It was the second fan ever installed in my house. When we moved in back in 1998, there was never any fans in the house. And the first fan I ever put up was in my bedroom, which was a Litex Vortex Rainbow Hugger fan. And the second fan was one of these, and this was installed in the kitchen around 2001. So the fan actually wasn't over very long. My mom bought a Harbor Breeze Cheshire, which was you know, replace this fan in the kitchen. And this fan actually went into my bedroom for a short period of time. But I, you know, young kid like I was, changed my mind a lot, and I got a Hampton Bay Littleton, which actually I still have. And I put that one up in my bedroom. And this one, you know, I was a real tinkerous kid, for lack of a better term, and I like to take things apart and everything like that. And I actually was taking this fan, took the motor apart on this thing, actually trying to pry the end halves of the motor apart, and pretty much the fan was chucked, so it definitely lived a very short life. I actually still have a blade to that fan still around the house somewhere. I forget where it's at, but yeah, I definitely have one of these. I think I might even still have the instruction manual too somewhere as well. So, a little bit of backstory about how much of a childhood fan these are for me. You know, I definitely had this design, not the Grayton 2 or the original Grayton. So, and there you go, folks. There was the pair of 42-inch white Hampton Bay Grayton transitional models from 2001. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll be seeing you next time.